moms. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about creating an amazing Mother's Day gift right from your Google Drive. So you have a couple of different options. Option number one is to make a Google drawing. So if you go to New and you go to Google More and you click on Google Drawings, you have this great place where you can make an incredible drawing for your mom. So let's just pretend that I'm going to make one for my mom. I'm going to definitely give it a title first because that's the first thing I always need to do. For Mom. Then I'm going to go ahead and get some shapes here. So I like to have kind of a roundish face, right? So here I am, roundish face. And oh gosh, I'm not blue, but I could be blue, but I'm not. I'm going to be this kind of orange peach today. You can choose your colors. You can go to custom and make whatever color you'd like to be. So I'm going to make this one. And I definitely need some hair, but I can't have straight line hair. That would be a little strange. So I'm going to come and get the scribble line. And from the scribble line, I can actually make my lines a little bit thicker, I think, by clicking on this one. So let's go ahead and make that. Oops, that was the wrong one. That was the border line. All right. Well, anyway, in the meantime, maybe I can change the color of my line here. I've got sort of brownish hair. And let's see what happens. That might not be my hair. Oh no. Oh, it's after I make it. That's right. So now I can change my line color, which is a little silly. And now I can change the thickness of my line, which again is a little silly. And let's go. So now I can maybe make some hair on this side. And it comes out the same. Yay! So today my hair is curly because I did not straighten it. So we'll have some nice curly hair, some bangs. And I can continue to use this drawing tool because I think it's a really handy tool. And I can get some not blue hair. Mrs. Petrowski, undo. All right. Mrs. Petrowski would now like to make some eyes. But I guess I have to click around a few times. I'm still not going to have blue hair. Undo. And I need to make a new shape. So here, I'll just make some squiggly eyes over here. Okay. And I can now make them blue. And I can go like this. And then I can drag it. Ooh, no, I cannot do that. I click the arrow and I can drag that guy right over here. There's my new squiggly blue eye. I can edit and duplicate that eye. So now I have two squiggly blue eyes. Phew, because you were concerned, weren't you? And then I can come back here to this one and change my color back to some sort of like peachy color. And now I have peach eyes. When will Mrs. Petrowski ever learn? So I'm going to hit the arrow again. That kind of resets things. And now I'm going to hit the scribble. No, see how that eye is still selected? I'm going to click over here for a second. I'm going to click that arrow again. Then I'm going to click over here. Then I'm going to click on the scribble again. And I'm going to draw myself a nice big nose. And now I get to change the color of the nose. All right. So it's a little wonky. And you might like to draw this way. You might not like to draw this way, right? So I can have some more shapes. And let's say I want some circles to kind of go around my blue. And you're like, Mrs. Petrowski, but that's solid, right? And I want it to be transparent. So I can hit transparent. And then again, I can edit and I can duplicate, or I can hold down my command or my control, depending on what type of computer I'm on, and get another one of those and move it over there. So, like I said, you may or may not want to draw this way. It's a little difficult, but if you like building things out of shapes, this is the one for you. And then you can come and get some text and you can write Happy Mother's Day. And if you don't like drawing pictures, you can draw flowers. Mother's Day, exclamation point. And then I can change the font to something fun. And if you don't have all these fun fonts, you can go to more fonts. Wow, and so I like big fat fonts, and I have to highlight my text first before I change it to my big fat font, and change the size. Woo, now it's nice and big. So you can either email this to your mother or you can print it. Voila! All right, that is choice number 1. Now, choice number 2 comes in the form of a slide. And you're thinking, Mrs. Petrowski, a slide? My mom doesn't want a slide, but maybe she does. So I'm going to click on Google Slides. Again, we started with new, Google Slides, and blank presentation. And, all right, see, you didn't see that. And again, we have a slideshow, and we're going to call it Happy Mother's Day. And do you guys remember when we used Google Keep? So I'm going to title that. I'm going to close this. I just want a plain blank slide. I'm going to change the layout to blank because I can always go add my text box later. And actually, in Google Slides, I also have word art. So I'm going to click on word art. And I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day with a big exclamation point. And here it is. But Mrs. Petrowski, that's not exciting word art, is it? That's right. Here's your paint bucket. You can change your color to something much more exciting. And of course, change your line color as well. Ooh, and then you can also change that thickness, make it a little bit bigger. And that's a lot of fun. So I'm going to put that at the top. Now, friends, remember I just talked to you about Google Keep. And remember how that would pop out on the side. So I'm going to just drag this over a little bit. And this little guy down here says shows side panel. It's very sneaky way down there in the corner. And I'm going to open up Google Keep. Right, and it's going to have all of my pictures. But have I drawn a picture yet? I might not have. So I need to pop out up here. Pop out. Oh my. Here we go. Yay! And you guys remember that we drew some of our pictures this way. So we have a pencil, and we have a pen, and we have a highlighter. So if you'd rather draw, and then look, you have all of these colors. So today I'm going to be kind of peachy. And then I'm going to put that away, and I'm going to draw. Ooh, and I'm going to draw again. There we go. And here's my eyes, because I'm going to go very fast now. Right? And I can change my colors, obviously. And maybe I want to have a little bit bigger. There we go, for my blue eyes. And you're like, whoa, Mrs. Petrowski, slow down. And then I'm going to change my nose. So I'm going to have like a yellow nose today. And then I'm going to go over here and get some really pretty red lips. And what, Mrs. Petrowski? You don't even have any hair yet. Oh, let's see. What kind of hair do I want? I want some nice thick brown hair. And so, and if you have a tablet, you can do this all with your fingers in the Google Keep app. And it's probably even easier. Yay! Right, and so now we have this done. It's beautiful, right? Just say yes, Mrs. Petrowski. Maybe I will go and get my eraser and erase that little part of the eye, because that was a tad strange. And I'll go back and get the blue and fix my blue eye a little bit. Again, this does not have to be perfect because I am just using this as a demonstration for you. My mother's going to get a much prettier one. I'm going to take my time for her. So, I'm going to got it down there. I'm going to go backwards. This is going to pop up right up on this top. And then I'm going to go back to, I'm going to close it. I'm going to go back to my Happy Mother's Day. And if you are still reading my, oop, there I am. I'm down here underneath my pinned notes. So, I can just drag myself over. Ta-da! And some of you have had trouble with that, so remember you can use those 3 dots and you can add to slide. So now I'm noticing, well, I've got this nice pink box because I'm going to close my notes. I made the border color pink. That's okay. But you know what? Maybe I want this box to be smaller. So if I squish it up, I'm going to be squishy. Oh no, I don't want to be squishy. Undo. So I double click on this line, and do you see these little lines? It's called masking. And if I really carefully have that just the down arrow on that black line, I can pull this up and it hides the bottom of the box. Ta-da! And then I can make myself nice and big in the middle of the page. Happy Mother's Day! Yay! All right, so friends, there's a third way, using your Google Drive. And I know you guys are thinking back to Mrs. Petruski, remember on Halloween when we made all those creepy pictures of ourselves? Yes, that's right. We've got PicMonkey. So I need to have a picture, and I just happen to have one here that I took with my phone. And you'll notice that I have one that has this HEIC at the end and one that doesn't. And the whole reason is because when you take a live photo on your iPhone, it comes up with this format that's not really usable. So if you are in that situation, you're taking live photos on your iPhone, I would suggest turning off live before you take the picture. But you can take a picture of yourself with an iPad or with your computer if you have a webcam or a Chromebook or an Android device. So there are lots of different options. I just happen to be here. I can also upload straight to my Google Drive from my phone or my iPad or whatever device it is that I have, because there's a Google Drive app for everything. So I showed you maybe last week, I don't remember. So anyway, we're moving along and we're going to go ahead and choose this one. So I'm just going to drag it from my desktop, and you see how this whole section is going to kind of say drop files instantly to my drive, and that's where I want that to be. It's going to take less than a minute to upload. Yay! And then we're going to go ahead and click this, double click, and it's going to say, Mrs. Petruski, how do you want to open that beautiful picture? Because obviously I did my hair that day. So I'm going to click open with, and you guys should all have PicMonkey because we used it at Halloween time. PicMonkey. And then we're moving on. And I got dark because my screen got dark. And here comes the monkey. Come on, Mr. Monkey. And we're moving along, Mr. Monkey. Here we go. Oh, that's right. Do you guys remember about enabling Adobe Flash Player to work? We had to come up to the lock and we had to say Flash allow. Yes. And then sometimes it just works, right? But some of us found that it would go back to the PicMonkey website. So we just closed. Oh, mine didn't go back. But if it does, I'm going to close just for you so you can see how this works now. Again, I come back to my Google Drive and I go to open with, and I come down to PicMonkey. All right. So now we have this pretty picture of Mrs. Petruski for her mom, and I'm going to go ahead and add some pretty things like a frame and maybe some pictures. I'm not going to add ugly Halloween faces. No. So let's see. I like frames. Frames are good. So I'll totally belong in a museum, right? Beautiful. And I can change the color if I like. So if I need like a blue frame, purple frame, pink frame. It's kind of a pretty oh, this is like an incarnation color frame. Maybe a little bit lighter. Ta-da! So she'll know I'm a teacher at School of the Incarnation. Maybe with a little yellow. Ooh, that's almost perfect, right? There-ish. That actually matches my shirt. So we're going to go with that color. And then we're going to come over here to the graphics. Nope, first text. Text, oh yes, I want to apply. If I don't apply, it won't stick. And then, ooh, look at all the pretty fonts here. So let's go. I like to look. Wait, I want more fonts. Come on. More fonts. I like the fancy hand ones. I like Chelsea Market, but maybe for mom, I want it to be a little bit prettier. So maybe I'll come down to script. Oh, butterfly, coffee break. I like coffee break. So I'm going to choose that, and then I'm going to hit add text right here at the top. add text, and here it comes. Remember, you can change color, and maybe a nice hot pink for this one. And I write Happy Mother's Day. I might have to click in the box. Happy Mother's Day! Exclamation point. I want it to be a little bit bigger, and I might change it to a little bit darker color. Something that goes along a little bit better with my, I guess I have to highlight it. Of course, Mrs. Petrowski. Highlight the text. And, oh yeah, that kind of goes back, oh, maybe like that. Perfect. Okay. So my layers are, I'm just going to pull those down. It still needs to be a little bit bigger now. So I'll use the slider. Whoa, too big, too big. Just like that. And I can move this kind of off to the side too. And let that go. And where do I want to put that? Well, I have to have those 4 arrows, and maybe I want to put it down here where it's going to show up. Definitely not across my face, but I might have to move that. So we're not going to let it get too comfortable there, because now I want to go and get some pretty graphics, and it's spring and I like flowers. So, whoa, that went super fast. So I'm just going to get this guy and go back. Palm Springs Party. That might have some pretty flowers. Oh, it feels like summer. How about some Picmojis? Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Definitely not superheroes, although my mom is totally a superhero. I wanted flowers. Oh, flowers. Here we go. Blooms. Yay, look at all these pretty flowers that I can add for my mom. And then she will feel very loved on Mother's Day. Okay, my sweet friends. So then what do? How do I get it back to my Google Drive? Well, remember, we must export. So we're going to click Export. And we want to save a copy just in case we want to use our original for something else one day. And it's going to say, hang on a sec. Ta-da! And friends, now that it's in your Google Drive, if you wanted to add it to your slide instead, so there's my pretty one I drew, but let's say I wanted to insert an image from my Google Drive, I can do this as well. This is my saved one. Ta-da! So drag it to the middle, and now we have a big Happy Mother's Day. So there's a lot of options here, and you can mix and match any way you like. So friends, definitely use this week sometime when you have some spare time to make your mom a really nice creation using your Google Drive.